Welcome you all for Department of Collegiate Education's Digital Learning class. I am Ashok Kannar, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College Savligi, affiliated to Rani Chennamma University, Belgaum, Karnataka. This video prepares for BA first semester basic English course, and here we are going to study George Bernard Shaw's one of the greatest famous essay, Spoken English and Broken English. So we are going to study here the importance of language and communication. Bernard Shaw talks through the radio, British Broadcasting Corporation and its members, and committees' opinions. So the first thing, the importance of the language and communications as a title. So here the essay, the spoken English and the broken English is a gramophone recording for the Lingophone Institute transcript of a radio talk, and it was recorded in 1927. So this talk was broadcast over Manhattan's radio station WNEW. So it is a part of series. It is a part of series of talks called a Treasury of the Spoken Word. So here the George Bernard Shaw is addressing the foreign students who desire to speak well and wanted to be understood in travel. Suppose they are going to travel in British Commonwealth countries or America. So when they go to meet the natives of English countries, they wish their language should be understood them. So the natives also who speaks in provincial or the Konkani dialect might assumed because of they also prevented it also prevented them to obtaining employment unless to speak correct English. If they cannot speak English, they won't get a good job and other things. So here the whether the foreigner or a native, there is no ideal correct English, and even no two British subjects speak exactly alike. It means their language is different. So therefore they found a committee. The name of the committee is that the British Broadcasting Corporation. The purpose of this committee is to decide how the utterance of the speakers employed by the corporation should be pronounced. They want to bring a model of correct English speech for the British Islands. So the committee has educated, they are the scholars who speak correct and a refined language, and they can live in any society to get any employment in England because of they speak good and correct English. So the committee has a chairman who is a poet laureate, and he was an artist, and his materials are the sounds of the spoken English, and he was a specialist in pronunciations. Who is none other than he is none other than Sir Johnston Forbes Robertson. He was well known as an actor and his beauty of speech. So here George Bernard Shaw selected for service on the committee because he was as a writer of plays, and he accustomed to superintend their rehearsal and listened critically. He was spoken by actors who are professional trained speakers and being public speaker of a long experiences. So this committee knows as much as anyone know English speak because they are the scholars. And yet members don't agree as to the pronunciation of some of the simplest and commonest words such as even yes and no. And no two members of the committee pronounce exactly alike these simple words such as yes and no, and every member pronounce in their intelligence and as a distinguished from an ignorant and illiterate one. So everyone we speak the language indifferently, and well, that is good enough for me. That is how I desire to speak. And whose speech will you take for your model? They asked. So the committee has members. They are Irish, Scottish, Welsh, Oxford University members, American members, known for their differences speech. So differ, their language is different because of the country where they were born, and their language they speak differently, and therefore this is a nonsense to say that they all speak correctly. And they claim that they claim that they speak presentable language, which is a good language. If you speak as they do, you will be understood in any English speaking country. Means that if you speak presentable language, every Englishman can understand your language. So accepted as a person of a good social standing. So this is the way we understand that how George Bernard Shaw become a member of the committee. So why the committee has formed, and whether they finalized a model speech or not. So this is the way we learned these things. We understand. We will continue to the next session. So thank you for watching this sessions.